Hey guys, YouTube just cut out. That was a bit strange. I had to take you onto my computer camera. Hello, anyone there? Anyone coming over from elsewhere? Yay! Hi again. I was struggling to get this back up, and I needed to run upstairs, but sod it. I thought let's try it directly off the computer, and it's working. That's how we do members live, isn't it? Hello. Yeah, it was the ghost. It was the ghost. It was the ghost. Who do we want? Mark, when do we want him? No. What happened? There was a power grid surge, Xander, or something. I don't know. Something went very strange. My phone went funny. I'm having to do it on the computer. It is that ghost. I know, and the previous one is gone. It was the only way I could get back live. I had to. It would have done that thing that happened the other night. It would have stayed up all night long. So I thought I'd get back in touch with you for 10 minutes. It does look dark in here, doesn't it? It looks much darker in here on that camera. Yeah. So yeah, what were we talking about? We were talking about contact tracing. Do you think they'll be able to do it? People flocking to beaches. Is it irresponsible? People are saying it's all over. Is it all over? Should we turn the light on? Should we turn a bigger light on? Bear with me 1 second. Hey, is that better? Is that better? That is a bit better, isn't it? Schools. Yeah, we were talking about schools. Oh yeah, and I was describing what I was describing what I'd heard about how schools were going to be, which was a very, very soulless thing. Look, there's my gremlin there. The situation isn't over. Oh yes, I can see. No, the situation isn't over. But and we were talking about how mentally, on a sort of spiritual level, I think a lot of people are out there feeling that this is over. I mean, I know that all of us and you are very sort of seriously, we understand the implications, we can see that it's quite a nuanced thing, but there's a lot of people out there who are just wanting to just get back to life as normal, really. I mean, going on holiday, I think loose women were talking about that, and of course, yeah, we want as many of those things back as much as possible. But it's not it's not over, but it feels like it is over. I think Michelle Chandler, I agree. I think kids will be scared. I think kids will be scared in schools. I was trying to remember how when Kiki went to school and the nervousness and anxiety that she felt about being in school, then remove the ability to have any comfort from your teachers, any comfort from a sort of comfort blanket or a cuddly toy or something like that. And it's just like, bloody hell. And I've seen the photos of them doing it in Denmark, and we keep being told, look to the Danish, learn from the Danish. Aren't the Danish? If I hear one more time how bloody brilliant the Danish are, I'm going to eat some other bacon other than Danish bacon. But, they're all sitting around outside in classes, without textbooks, without all of the learning materials are to be held within the school. They're not allowed to go home. So I presume you can't take textbooks home. You can't take text. Oh, what's happening? You can't take textbooks home. Hang on 1 second, guys. You can't take. You see, if you couldn't take a textbook home, it's going to be a very odd kind of learning, isn't it? If testing is anything to go by, Gabrielle, contact and trace will fail. I know it's all well and good. Boris standing there making yet more statistical promises. When we don't hit the target of contact tracing, track and trace, he ain't going to be there, is he, answering questions about it? There's going to be some other muppet strolled out at one of the briefings. He's going to say a load of old other bunkum, and he's going to talk about other statistics. I mean, we were talking in the previous live about how all these politicians go to special training colleges. In fact, the place where I learned, where I studied documentary filmmaking, and they're trained not to answer. There's a phrase in Parliament called filibustering. And like one of the skills of a politician is that if you don't want a certain bill to pass into law, your skill is to sit there and filibuster, which is just keep talking gobbledygook until the time runs out to debate a bill. And that's what they do. Josh Pittard, hey Mark, you okay? Yeah, I'm good. Do you think some universities won't open until 2021? I think they're all going to open. The story about Cambridge University I've drilled into, it's just their lectures aren't going to be open. Cambridge University is open. I think It's a moot point, though. I think lots of universities are going to be open, but what is one going to be able to get up to? I think, I think to all intents and purposes, a lot of institutions will be able to put safety measures in place, like in shops and what have you. But what's the social life going to be like? Are bars going to be open? Are pubs going to be open? Lots of students end up going back to their rooms, don't they, and just hanging out with each other. How's that going to happen? I feel very let down by the government, Marcia Toms. Liptastic lollies. My husband is back to work 1st of June, and honestly, I wish he wasn't. Ashley Gardner, what was in that can Nadia drank from in the vlog? None of us know. We can't work out if it was a dirty cigarette had been put in there by someone, or it was a bit of mould. It was a very old can that had been put on the table. Aren't we disgusting? Rhiann Kemp. We are only just going through the peak of the virus in North Wales. Yeah, and I mean, in the northeast, it's raging, isn't it? I mean, it's terrible. I think in London today, officially, it was the first day where we had not a single new coronavirus case. We're not even talking about deaths, but cases. I don't know if I believe that. I don't believe it. I want to believe it. Mel W, how many graduates? I want to believe it. Can someone tell me? I don't know if Holly's around. Can someone tell me if we can believe that? Can we believe that? Can we believe that there was no cases in London today? Please, someone tell me. I want to believe it, but can we believe it? Someone's just asked how many graduate plans does Joe Wick's program have? There are 3 workouts, aren't there, in his normal, and then when you get to the graduate plan, there's 3 more, and I'm on workout 4. It's so hard. I can't tell you. It is so hard. I am bursting my lungs at the end of it. So I'm waiting to graduate up to number 5, and then there's number 6, and then that's it. It's game over. Then you become Joe Wicks. He invites you to live with him. He's got a little sort of pied-à-terre just next to his house. You go there, and there's only about 8 people who've got that far, and I'm hoping to be one of them. Shielding has extended for 3 months. Mrs. O, can you do a review on Charlie Brooker's virtual screen wipe on BBC 2 last week? Yeah, a number of people, maybe it was you, Mrs. O, were saying we should watch that. I'll definitely check that out. I do find him a bit of an acquired taste. Charlie Brooker, is he in it? I like his ideas, but I find him a bit much. We are going to be reviewing Unorthodox, the series on Netflix. Me and Nadia are going to do that tomorrow at some point. We're also recording Confessions of a Modern Parent tomorrow. And I think we're going to be talking about whether it's ever right to cry or show your emotions in front of your children. Does it send out a wrong signal? Should you hide? Do they pick up on your emotions anyway? All that kind of stuff, especially in these times of crisis and whatever. Richard Grindley, I was told by a nurse in hospital today that the vulnerables 12 weeks is to be extended. Okay, well, that might be sensible, I think. Again, if you shield the vulnerable, shield the shielded, the ones that need to be shielded, if everyone observes social distancing and if everywhere introduces distancing rules, presumably you can't have a second peak as bad as the first peak, can you? Has anyone answered whether has anyone answered whether they think the facts from London can be believed? Yeah, Nanny Di was lovely. Was it on the last live? I can't remember if it was the last live or this live that was saying Nanny Di woke up and ate 5 cornettos in the middle of the night. You look like you have a tan mark, Josh Pittard. Just ill. I just think I'm ill. I think I've got a pigmentation issue or something. Not everyone will do it. Reno cases in London. Saba Eager. They said there was a glitch in the system, so it might be 0, but it might not be 0, but it is low. Looks positive, but not sure if I can trust it. I mean, believe you and me. It's utterly unbelievable. I really want to believe it, but I just don't know how to believe it. Change of subject, Stacey ****. There's a huge spider in my room, so I don't want to go to bed. Is it cruel to vacuum it up? Get a piece of paper. Well, first of all, get a cup or a glass. Get a glass. Just make sure there's nothing in it. All right, get a glass. If it's on the thing, go like that. If that's the table, and then slide something underneath it really gently. Does anyone remember Sabutia? And take it outside or throw it out your window. I like spiders. I used to hate spiders when I was young. I used to pull their legs off. We used to play tennis with snails because they look like snot when you hit them. Terrible, isn't it? What boys get up to. I was such a scallywag. I think I was a scallywag. We used to throw stink bombs in Tesco's on Portobello Market. I know, in the meat area, because we thought it'd smell like off meat. Anyway, the vlog tonight is an absolute corker, if I say so myself. I was chuckling, I was laughing, I was cringing, I was enjoying. I enjoyed pixelating Nadia's boobs. That was fun. Of course, I got the full effect. Where has Mr. Witty disappeared to? I know, is he in here? Chris? Chris? No, he's not in here. Being busy in my garden in lockdown, Sharona, planting new plant seeds, cutting back green-fingered hell has helped so much. Oh, good. It was a bit of a weird green-fingered hell I put up this week. It didn't have much in it. It wasn't much about. It's just there's a lot of weeding going on at the moment, and I haven't been able to buy a lot of stuff in. I haven't been able to. A lot of my tools have broken. My fork broke, for example. So things are moving on. I've just remembered. I've got bloody 2 tons of compost landing tomorrow, and they can't get them in the drive. So that's going to be bloody funny, isn't it? I'm going to have to wheelbarrow 2 tons into the back garden by myselfy wealthy. Oh shit! I've just realised what I'm doing tomorrow. I don't know if anyone else has noticed. The spiders are enormous at the moment, aren't they? One walked into the lounge the other day, and it made itself a cup of tea. They're big. Love the purple poppy. Guess what, Kathy Tugwell? I went out to water the garden this evening, and the poppy leaves, the poppy petals had all fallen off. It's gone. It is no more. It has gone. It is dead. But there are 3 others rapidly behind it. And the bumblebees are massive, Shelley Moss. I was a bit worried, though. I found about 5 dead bumblebees on the lower lawn. I'm not really talking about anything. So what else were we talking about? Oh, beaches in lockdown. Dude, okay, I'm going to ask some quick fire questions because I like to know what you guys think. Are we going to have a second peak as bad as the first peak? Yes or no? I think Joe is the father of my baby, Xander, if I'm honest. Yeah, I do. I think you're right. It was only a night, but you know, a lot can happen in a night. Yes or no? Yes or no? Are we going to have a peak as bad as the first? Ooh, quite a few yeses. Wow, okay. Okay. Ooh. No, I don't think we can. I personally don't think we can. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, a lot of yeses. A lot of yeses that we will. Yeah. Still haven't found the giant moth in my lounge, Chloe Owen. He's waiting to lunge out and eat your head. You got what? Moths have become carnivorous in recent years. I didn't realise bats pollinate. Don't mention bats, not coronavirus. Jesus Christ. Jade Louise and maybe in winter. Yeah, I'm more worried about winter than I am about it coming back now. Do people? Okay, yes, no question. Would you like to see? Do you think people should be going to the beaches? Do you think people have a right to go to the beaches? Yes or no? Do people have a right to go to the beaches? Yes or no? Give us your answers. Hi, Jane. Joyce Bryson, hello. Ibrahim Khan, you have a cousin? Should people be able to go to the beaches? Let's have a look. Hell no, Chloe Warren. Oh, vast majority of no's. Okay. Because it's interesting how it sort of just creeps in, doesn't it, by stealth, this idea of freedom. It's like, then, you see these photos, and then Nadia said today, oh, not that she's wanting to, but she was saying that we should, but she was like, oh, wouldn't it be nice to go to the beach? It only takes a number of people to have that first thought of, oh, wouldn't it be nice? And then think, oh, maybe it's not a problem. And suddenly you've got thousands of people all going. Layla Baziad, yeah, yes, with 2 meters. Yes, if they can. I mean, I have to confess, it was absolutely heaving by Tower Bridge today when I saw Nanny die. But everyone was in their tiny groups and everyone was observing 2 meters. It was a really nice spot, actually. If you're in central London, try and get to the piece of green just by Tower Bridge. Lots of people, bottles of wine. I must admit, I felt a bit nostalgic for being able to have a bottle of beer. I'd quite like a bottle of beer. Yeah, I've had that moment in my life. So we will be doing our mental health chats. We will probably be doing the members live. I'll confirm that tomorrow. We've just got a few bits and bobs that we're trying to bobble about. I think we were looking to put up a vlog tomorrow, but have a bit of a break tomorrow at some point. I think there'll still be a live in the evening, but I think the members live might be actually going over to Friday this week. Obviously, we're preparing for the Sunday show on Sunday, which is going to be fun. But yeah, we are going to be doing the I think we're going to do a mental health chat for Mental Health Awareness Week about alcohol and about eating, overeating. Not topsoil, I hope, Sharona. I hope it's not topsoil. I remember, yes, when I ordered compost and it was topsoil. I've made that mistake. Stacey, another question for you. Do you have a voice in your head? I have watched loads of videos of people who have nothing. I'm fascinated. They can't read in their head and they can't daydream. I was talking to Maddie about this today. I struggle to hear people's voices in my head. I struggle to hear people's voices in my head. I can't recreate their voices in my head. I don't have voices in my head. There's not a lot of sound in my head. There's a lot of images. I think in very images. I think people either hear things in their head or they see things, don't they? Pat's doing really well. She popped to the end of our drive a couple of days ago and waved. She was with her family. Yeah, no, she's really good, actually. Southend-on-Sea was packed. People drove 200 miles just to come to our beach, which I think is wrong. Drew Halo. Yeah, I think on balance, I feel that too. I think if you haven't got a garden to go to your local park. And yeah, they'll look busy to the untrained eye, but if you're observing social distancing, there could be a lot of people socially distanced. You know what I mean? Anyway, guys, I've given you an extra 16 minutes because I thought it wasn't fair the way it cut off the other one. And I did. I'm sorry for anyone. I said hello to someone's husband, Dave. I'm going to say hello to Dave again. Hello, Dave. But the reason I deleted it was it would have been uploading all night and there'd have been lots of people trapped there and it wouldn't have worked. There'll be another garden hours live tomorrow, so do tune in for that. And my baby is coming along well. It's cooking. It's cooking. It's cooking. It's cooking. It's looking good. It's looking good. It does push about quite a bit, though. So anyway, Nadia will be back tomorrow. And we all love you very much. And have a safe evening and sleep tight. And think of me tomorrow, wheelbarrowing. And I just know that the guys, when they deliver it, they're going to be like, oh, you've got a gravel drive. Can't do a gravel drive. They're going to be so jobs worth with me. I just know they are. And there's always me standing there. They always think, oh, look at him, media type. He's never bloody used a wheelbarrow in his life. And then I'll spend the next 4 hours just wheelbarrowing. Anyway, lots of love, guys. Oh, God, I was going to press a button. And see you tomorrow. Go and watch the vlog. It's an absolute corker, honestly. You can chuckle yourself to sleep. Bye, guys. Bye.